We don't want to have to recall anybody. We don't want to have to protest anybody, but we are not going to be ignored, Brandon. Mayor Johnson.
Many in Chicago's black community and the city council speaking out against spending $51 million to house migrants, asking when will the help for them finally.
Citizens of the United States of America come first.
On the southwest side, city officials getting an earful.
How about this? Give them all these politicians' addresses and put them in their backyards, in their basements, in their...
If you want to purchase it, you need to purchase it and put the programs over here for our children. That's all we are.
Has not done enough. He has not done enough to secure the borders. He has not done enough to go in and propose some legislation that he can push forth himself to change this situation. And I'm telling you, we're so angry here in Chicago, which has been a Democratic stronghold for most of its eternity. This year, we're working to turn Chicago red. We are so angry with Pritzker and with President Biden and with our mayor that we have decided that we're going to vote Republican this time around.
But it shouldn't be on our backs.
Our tax bills are paid into the Park District. Nobody asked us for permission. Nobody asked us how we felt about it.
Just listen to the soundbite with Governor Pritzker, who wants to blame Governor Abbott. But I think that we have to be realistic in thinking about what the state of Texas was going through before they began busing migrants here. And I don't think we really think about that. So we're looking at it now as Chicagoans receiving migrants from the state of Texas. But imagine what it must be like in that state of Texas on a daily basis where people are arriving. Our president, President Biden, has not done enough. He has not done enough to...
You work for us. That's what the room filled with angry Galewood residents chanted at city leaders at one point during last night's meeting. That room was packed, so packed that it reached capacity, and others were forced to stay outside. Many there were upset that the field house, which is currently used for senior and after-school programs, will now be used solely to house migrants. Some who've lived in the neighborhood for decades tell us they've asked the city for things like a microwave, a stove. They've also complained about showers that need to be fixed.
City leaders who came looking for a conversation over opening the doors of a shuttered South Shore high school to migrants.
What's important is that we really establish that this is a humanitarian crisis, and we're here.
South Shore residents responded with resounding rejection.
While this crisis may constitute an emergency for the city of Chicago, it does not constitute an emergency for the South Shore community.
You come into a community and dump people in our community like this. This is not fair.
The city's pressing migrant crisis in the spotlight now more than ever, and Southside residents are fired up over plans to put up tents. Thanks for joining us.
It's my turn. Hello.
But city leaders could barely eke out a word of the details about a proposed respite center at the former South Shore High School.
When it comes to the total number of people at South Shore at any given point in time, it is fluid. We'd start with 250, 500.
How could you do that without consulting us?
I am concerned with safety in the area.
The Chicago Police Department will put 24/7 officers at that location.
Those are exactly the kind of services Southside residents say they've begged for and been denied.
Every homeless immigrant that you bring in, that you scoop up one of the homeless individuals in our community, I think that would be fair.
And we simply cannot take any more migrants. We can't divide those resources, and it needs to be stopped. And I think City Hall needs
Emotional outbursts, at times so heated, police had to step in. We're talking about City Council today and a vote to spend $51 million on helping migrants here in Chicago.
Not going to continue to play in our faces to make us think that you are hearing us and that you're listening to us, all the while you're still going ahead with your plan.
This is our community. We are not going to stand for this. Our kids shouldn't have to go up to Lubbock School for the program. Our park is right here. And not only just the park, our community is affected by this.
We reached out to the Parks District to see if and when staffing programs could return to Amundsen Park. We've not heard back.